Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Filipina Ventures. Today I want to talk about why move to the Philippines. You know, why would you want to come to the Philippines? A little bit, the culture is different. It's probably not the same as it is from your particular country, wherever that may be. Like USA, it's a little bit more, the culture is completely different. It's not as clean. It's not as many stores and restaurants. There's not as many supermarkets on every corner. They have sorry stores. You have to go through the hassle of getting your money, right? So, why would you really want to move to the Philippines? Well, number one is fresh start. A lot of people they're tired of the environment there. Maybe it's a fresh start for everybody. Maybe everybody is tired of getting a bill in the mail. I know that for me, every time I turn around, I go to the post office box or a mailbox before, I would get a bill or something that I didn't do, or something I needed to do, or something I had to take care of. And there's very few times. Do I have bills here? Yeah. They're more of easier, meaning it's just quality of life. I get electricity bill and water bill. I get a satellite bill, and I get my internet bill. But there it just seemed like I was getting a bill for other things. I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I looked at it differently. I don't know. So, you just want to do a fresh start. Maybe you're looking to find a Filipina. Maybe you're in a situation where you're looking to find someone because the relationship you were in U.S. is really not worthwhile for you. Or maybe that you're divorced and maybe you're just looking for something different. Well, you know what? That's exactly what I did. I said to myself, you know what? I'm tired of everything going on. It's time for a fresh start somewhere. So where do I go? So I started looking at Mexico. I started looking at all the different countries. Mexico, Brazil, Puerto Rico. I was looking everywhere I could. Philippines, Thailand, Hong Kong. And I was thinking, Japan, where would I want to live, And I had friends here, of course, that influenced my decision to come in here. But I looked all over and thought to myself, where could I live? And the major factor is I only had this amount of money. Oh, sure, there's money here, there's money, but I only had this much money I wanted to live on. I wanted to survive on this amount of money. So one of the reasons why I decided was the dollar, the value of the dollar. I got more to the dollar. You can in Mexico too, but you get more here than you do in Mexico because of the rate. So for me, necessarily, it was not finding a Filipina, it was the culture. Then I thought to myself, well, if I can live cheaper there, maybe I'll get lucky enough to find a Filipina. Did I say Filipina first? For me, it wasn't. It was, where could I live? Because I was living pretty cheap where I was at, but I enjoyed. I had everything. I had all the comforts at home. I had a very nice RV that I lived in on the latter parts. When I decided that I was selling everything, I just stationed down into an RV my last year or so there. And it worked out better for me because I could actually save a little money. I didn't think I could, but I did. So, you in USA, you have the availability of the malls and the restaurants, like I said, and you have things are at every corner, or 7-Elevens on every corner. Well, here it's a little different. But you just figure it out and get accustomed to it. But for me, it was worth it. For me, it was worth it. Is it worth it for everybody? I don't know. But the thing is, if you decided to come here, come here. Check it out. Now, when I decided that I was coming here, and then I thought, well, maybe I could find a Filipina. I started looking online. I said, well, I'm just going to book a ticket and come there. So I booked a ticket. So you make the decisions on what you know, you do at the time, moment and environment you're in at that particular moment. And in USA, I was tired of it. I was tired of everything was happening. I was tired of working all the time. And I said, oh, I got another 2-3 years before I can actually retire. Well, you know what? If I do this, I can retire a little earlier than I thought. If I do this, I can and do things a little differently. And that's exactly what I did. I put together a plan, and I decided that's what I was going to do. You know, like I said, no taxes. You know, I don't have to worry about taxes other than my income tax here. There's no necessarily taxes when I purchase things. If it is, it's minute or little here compared to what I'm used to. I don't have to, I get better rate than I was getting in USA. It's simpler here. My life itself is actually simpler. I live a lot simpler. I'm not as stressed. And even if I had in the same situation there, it's more simple here. Then I thought, well, everybody speaks English here. So that's another positive point. Not everybody speaks English. Let me rephrase that. I'm wrong. They understand English. Some people understand English here. And if not, you can find someone that does. Some of the teachers now are required to teach. They have to have speak English 100%. By 2020, they have to learn English and speak English fluently. It's a law passed down last year. And another thing I decided I was thinking about when I moved here, beautiful beaches. I'm used to that in Florida. Beautiful places to go. Resorts. The quality here is as good or better it is in USA. They may not have the parks or things like that, but really I looked at it, the beaches itself was really something that was really nice that I could really like and get into, because the resorts, sure, you can sit outside underneath the tree, have your Mai Tai if you wanted to, or have your iced tea or whatever you wanted to drink, or ice cold beer, and relax. You know, they have the huts here right straight out on the beach, all over the islands. Here I understand that since Boracay's open, it's really nice there, and they clean that up. So that may be a place also. But I know I went, every time I turn around, I was going to the post office box and I was seeing something in my mail, and I said to myself, oh, there has to be something better. And everybody says, oh, Tom, take a look at this. But I looked at other places. I even looked at some of the places in Africa at one time to live. Then I looked at some of the places, well, I looked all over. I mean, I looked everywhere I could think of. I even did research online. I did a Google search. I did everything I could do. Where could I live? Because I was flexible. It's just me, myself, and I. As you know, once you're by yourself, you have your brothers and your sisters and your mom and dad and aunts and uncles and your cousins. But really, at the end of the day, they have their own families, and do they really care, you know? But for me, why would someone move to the Philippines? Because I wanted to, and I want to have experienced life, and I wanted a new start. Everybody wants a new start sometimes, and sometimes you just need that start. Are you initially looking for, maybe some is. Maybe they say, I'm going to find a Filipina, then I'm going to move there. But really for me, I was coming here. And I was coming here anyway. So I thought I'd just do this video. It's really something that actually makes you think. You know, why come? So, and there's a lot of advantages. So if you take the pros and the cons, there's a lot more pros for me personally. But maybe in your situation, there may be more cons. If you like someone that you're going to go directly, and you have to go to the mall, and you have to be at the mall, and you have to have this, and you have to have that, and you have to have this, well, maybe you stay in USA. Maybe you don't like brownouts. Maybe you don't like not having hot water sometimes. Maybe you don't like not being able to watch your TV. Maybe you don't like not having aircon all the time. But that's things you have to look at. Maybe you don't like the heat, because the heat will kill you. So that's things you have to look at and think about. But for me, I was used to all that stuff, coming from Florida, and I'm an outdoorsy kind of guy anyway. You know, so, you know, it worked out good. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Please hit subscribe and comments. And whether I like your opinion or not, I'll always listen to comments, and I always will reply. And everybody's comments are always welcome, good or bad. Not too bad. Thank you.